Jolene, come baby. Help me out up here. Get comfortable. Welcome back to the show. So you may be wondering why I've got this beautiful Henry rifle sitting in front of me. I'm cleaning it because I'm afraid I just might need it at the Record Buck Ranch that we're going to this weekend. Record Buck Ranch is in Utopia, Texas. They've got 20,000 acres full of exotics and whitetails. It's an amazing place. And who we've got going with us this weekend, we've got two families. We've got the Lindsay family, Tammy, Eli, and Gunnar, and we've got the Walker family, Jeff and Joshua. And Joshua's 19 years old. He's already been through his fight with cancer. He's in remission. He's doing great, and we couldn't be prouder. Gunnar, he's 10 years old, and he's in the middle of his battle. So we thought, what better way than to get two kids together, one that's been through the fight, one that's in the middle of the fight, let them bond and let them talk about the things that they've been through and what Gunnar will be going through in the future. Can't wait to get this hunt started. So let's get on with the hunt from day one.
Utopia, Texas, rich with Texas history, Indian raids, and Spanish explorer stories. Utopia is a carefree little country town, a wonderful place to escape for a weekend, a week, or for the rest of your life. Utopia is in the Texas Hill Country River region, located in Sabina Canyon on the Sabina River, about 80 miles northwest of San Antonio, Texas. Boomstick Films welcomes Lock and Load with Sky High Adventures.
So I just found out that Gunnar and his family, his mother Tammy and his brother Eli are not going to be able to make it for this hunt at Record Buck, which is just tragic because I know how much he was looking forward to the hunt, and I know his mom and brother were too. Gunnar's 10 years old and is going through chemo right now. He's middle of his fight with cancer, but he's going to win. One of the reasons that I'd asked Josh to come, our other hunter, is because he's older and he's been through it. He's in remission now, and I thought it would have been just a great combination to have Josh be able to mentor Gunnar. Really looking forward to it, and it's going to be a good time. So I'm just driving up to the entrance of Record Buck, and this is what I see. I'm going to hopefully try and get this on camera. Hello, Mr. Elk. How are you today? Do you believe that? Amazing. So if this is a sign of things to come, this is going to be a pretty amazing hunt. Wouldn't you say so, Mr. Elk? I think so. Wow. I'll see you later, sir. Enjoy your afternoon. We are, I guess you could say this is glorified sight and stalk from a truck.
Dude, this is the only, my last two axes I got from the truck.
This is otherwise known as, this is safari.
Yeah.
Safari style. And Josh is going to get the opportunity to probably make a decision on what he shoots. Shane is good with letting him shoot an axis, a fallow, a scimitar, could even be a mouflon. If it's a shooter animal, then he's going to give him the choice. And
I think he's just feeding that way.
His right side, that caudal tine,
I'd like to get closer to look, but it doesn't look like it. If it's broke, we can't shoot him. But if it's just that long, he's a good one to take. But I can't. He's too far right there, and I can't get to him.
I told Dad, I said, I hope you don't actually shoot that thing. I thought he was like 400 yards.
Have you got rangefinder down there by my 4-wheel drive shifter? I know, but that's still a
hell of a shot.
pretty good poke.
He's still.
How deep is that water?
Deep enough.
We got extra clothes.
But we ain't got an extra vehicle.
And we're far away.
And I ain't walking back to the dang lodge.
Well, the only thing to do, regardless of which way he goes, the only way to get to him is that way. So
That's that way.
let's because we can't come in from this way because he'll smell us because that wind's coming.
Right.
You know, coming this way. We can drive around and try to get on the other side of these big trees here
Mm-hmm.
and kind of walk in or drive as close as we can and try to get. But by then, he may go the other way. He just
Right.
can't tell. But that's about the only thing we can do. Let me get them to back up. We're going to go all the way around. It's not too far, but he may be gone time we get.
Well,
You never
that's
know.
a chance we take. That's
Yeah,
what we gotta
it's-
do.
Because I can't cross here. So just back up. It's 50, 75 yards back here. And then let me in front of you and we'll go.
Okay.
Is he still there?
He was saying that it's hard to tell right now about the antlers, and if it's broken off, then it's not a shooter because, well, it's a really nice animal.
Really nice.
That second point before the tip is called the caudal tine. If I can tell that it's just grown short, not broke for fighting.
If it's broke, we can't shoot it.
No, because he would have been good. He would have matched the other side and then he wouldn't be management.
Really nice.
If it grew that way, then it's definitely something that they want to take off the ranch, and they'll let Josh shoot it. I mean, in my opinion, it's a trophy regardless of how you look at it. It's amazing looking animal, and the standards here are really high. So I hope he gets to shoot it. We're going to try and back up. The water's too high because of the rains that came through here. So we're going to back up, we're going to let him in front of us, and then try and get all the way around to the other side, because if we tried to go straight, it would catch our wind and take off. I'm just going to keep backing up until he...
I started reading about it. I was like, nope, I won't do that. Well, all my nurses were great people, and and one of my nurses had actually been a patient there, and so she could relate to kind of what I was going through, because she was a teenager when she went through it, and so she talked to me about that for a while, and it was just, and my mom had told me my whole life, you're a great people person, you care about people, and I do. I have a heart for people. Like, if I see somebody walking down the street that don't have a house, my heart just hurts for them. And she said, you'd be great. You'd be a great nurse. And even what I went through is so different than, every protocol. I think they told me there's 60 different types of lymphoma, like I had. Just lymphomas, not including brain cancer.
So what are we doing, sir?
We're going into the same pasture that we did last night, hoping to see this chocolate fallow. Normally, if you have feral hogs on your ranch, you want them off your ranch because they tear up the road, they tear up, if you got any kind of agriculture, they're gonna tear it up. However, if there's rattlesnakes on your ranch and you have hogs, the hogs will eat the rattlesnakes. And like Richie said, they got tough skin. Kind of like him.
Yeah.
Rattlesnake came back through it. Did he tell you what we were doing?
We're just riding around, seeing if we can find anything. And then we're gonna go circle back here in a little while, see if we can find that chocolate fallow.
Which tree?
To the one with the. Are you looking at this first one? Or are you looking over there? Look
I'm
to your.
looking at both. There's there.
Okay, the ones to the left. There's a huge one that they're taking off now. God, he's huge. He's got. I mean, I can see the mass on his horns right now.
See something else back.
Oh yeah, there's some more running behind this one. Oh my God, that one is wide.
Yes, sir.
You hold this hold tight here. I'm gonna go through here and feed.
Oh, okay.
And circle back around and then we can stalk you.
Okay. So, Petty, we're gonna sit tight because Shane is gonna go and corn the road right here. And then he said we're gonna get out of the truck and we're gonna stalk. So hopefully our chocolate fallow, as you like to call us, chocolate lab, will be out here and we can take a good shot at it.
Well, you're gonna scare it off with them white legs of yours.
My legs are a good reflector for the camera. It will put light on you so that you look better if that's possible.
I'm gonna have him shoot through here. Are you good? We don't keep a lot of feet out. Because it'll clean us out. Like the water buffalo in Eland. 2,000 pounds will be gone overnight. Wow. So we just... The only reason this one had feet was because Gunner was coming. That way they could sit in a blind.
We're gonna drive around and see what we can find, and come back here later and see if that chocolate fallow comes back out. This is the only spot that's has corn out because Gunner was coming and they wanted him to be able to shoot. And there's all the wildebeest. But we're just gonna ride around, see what we find, and come back later and see if that chocolate fallow's back out.
Even the little ones got scooped pretty good. Big bodied bull right there. They're always playing and stuff. Goofy things.
Can I touch it?
Get a job.
My favorite is the axis, just because they're beautiful animals. They're fun to stalk and hunt. Fallows kind of stand around. It's not as much fun, but I like the axis a lot better. And there's plenty of them.
Laying underneath it.
To the right of that feeder.
You see it? Not there. Somewhere.
What I do like about that fallow is it has both horns. It's not one's not broke or nothing. And I like that. I like that more than
Well, I just remember yesterday one of the first things you said was fallow.
yeah.
That's one of the things you talked about.
Right.
Until we kind of
So I will. Yeah, I'll definitely shoot it.
Let me.
It's laying on the tree and down.
This can you see? Just look down.
Yeah,
You can
it's
see it.
The right to the feet, the right of the feet of that first tree.
horn sticking up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, I see him.
That's him.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Alright, you shoot him. Yeah, let's put a stock on him.
He'll stand up.
The works move out of the way so there's nothing behind him. I'll go from there.
What I'm talking about.
Awesome.
Oh,
Awesome. When you shot and he reacted, I didn't.
At first, I didn't think I hit
I
him because
didn't
he
either.
didn't move.
He
Really.
didn't kick. He didn't do anything.
He just kind of took a few steps.
He walked out there and then just.
How far do you think that was?
That wasn't 20 yards.
25, 30 yards?
That was an awesome shot.
Well, we moved over for the angle. He was cornering away too much.
I saw it.
Yeah.
So we moved over. We get over there and he turned around and he's cornered away too much again. We'd have
Yeah.
stayed here. It'd have been perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was
So-
watching, he was moving, and like that other one came in, was like, I'm gonna protect you.
Yeah.
And then he turned just right, and I'm like, wow. But I saw the bullet went through and hit that dirt.
Oh,
Damn, he missed. And then all of a sudden I watched him run, like, oh no, he got him. He wasn't running right.
By that mesquite right here.
Yeah.
Technology's changed so much. Used to they wouldn't stay, but now they can mount them and they stay. It's good.
Yeah. That'd be a good mount.
One more time, we wipe that blood real quick. Right in his bullet hole.
Take me to the mountain, take me to the sea, and let the cool water wash away my
And record buck in
It
particular.
really does, and we could never be as generous as y'all were to us for giving us this trip, and we really do appreciate it. You know, thank you's not nowhere near enough for what y'all do for me and for the kids that have to go through that.
Well, and you know what you can do for yourself and what you can do for us is just, you know, remember what you've gone through.
Yeah,
Try and mentor if you can to those kids that are still going through it, which is
Right.
what we were hoping to do to get Gunner here this weekend.
yes.
And just live your life, appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
You know, that's definitely one of the hardest parts about going home is, you know, I'm guilty of it, and I know a whole lot of people that are guilty of it. But you know, when somebody's going through something, everybody wants to say, "Well, I understand." Well,
They don't.
nobody really does,
No.
and until you find somebody that does, it's hard to talk to people about it.
Right.
And so I was really looking forward to Gunner coming out here because I know how he feels. You know, nobody really understands kind of what he's going through, but
Right.
I do.
Yeah.
And it's not easy, but you know, sometimes when life does that to you, you just kind of, you really do. You just kind of got to suck it up and just, you know, go at it and pray.
Yeah.
Pray that everything is going to just be all right.
Yeah.
You know, everybody says, you know, well, you really turned into a man through this, you know, and you know, maybe a little bit, but nothing compares to having to go through that. If that's what it takes, you know, turning into a man, and you know it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, people ask, you know, how was St. Jude?
Right.
It was great. It's the best experience that you never want to experience.
Right. That's perfect.
And that's the best way I know to describe it.
Yeah.
But it is. It's a great place. It really is. But if I would have had the choice, I would have.
Of course.
I would have rather not had to go through it.
So what a weekend.
What a great weekend. And just a fabulous place, and you know, relaxing time, and just a great camaraderie, you know.
I mean, I don't know your expectations coming in, but like I mentioned before we were talking, place this big, you don't know what you're getting into. You don't know if you're going to be, you know, in a room way over here and a room way over there, and you know how personal it's going to be. So I think that was the biggest thing about Record Buck, is how personal they are, and how giving they are, how sharing with anything we needed, we got.
That's correct.
So, and you're from a small town.
Yep.
Less than 500? Less than 1,000?
Wheeling, where we live, is less than 300.
Less than 300? So, you know, and that's family there.
That's right.
So, and coming here, I felt like we just come to another small town, and we were just welcomed with open arms, and yeah. So, I hope you felt as comfortable as I did about coming in here. And
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't have been better for Josh and myself, you know. We just had an awesome time. This is Record Buck Ranch, is an awesome ranch. I mean, the accommodations, the hospitality, like you said, you know, anything, they'd go out of their way to get anything that you needed,
right.
or that you wanted.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be possible without Record Buck places like this, you know, that offer their services to families like ours. Every family goes through difficulties, but when you have a child fighting cancer, that's a whole different ball game and obstacle. So,
and that's part of our mission is comfort, you
Yeah.
know, and in this case, it's more of a celebration.
that's correct.
Because in talking to you and talking to Josh, I mean, it's in the rearview mirror, and now we're just learning to see what it was there for, and to help him grow as a person, as a man, and now he can share those things with other people.
That's right.
Other children that are going through the same thing. I know it's his wish to be able to maybe mentor to other kids later on, and he's going to nursing school.
That's correct. He wants to. He's working right now, and he's planning on starting next year. You know, back to school, and hopefully some form of medical. He wants to go in nursing right now, so you know, he may end up in some other position, but he wants to go in the medical field and help those that helped him.
Right. I mean, he's already been able to witness to his church and speak
That's
in a
correct.
couple places and things like that. That says a lot about him, but it also says a lot about you and your family and the way
Yeah.
you've instilled those values and ethics in him. So,
And for people like St. Jude's that just does what they do,
yep.
you know.
But I lost my father to cancer. You
Yes.
lost your father to cancer.
Yep.
Josh, he is a similar cancer, I assume, to what your father, when we talked about it, the same mass, same area, and it was 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. There's no way he'd have made the trip. He'd have been in St. Jude's, I guess,
Last year,
he
was diagnosed January
Okay.
of last year.
Okay, last year.
And actually on the 16th is when we found it. Then count the days, that was a Friday. The 19th we were in Shreveport.
Those are long days.
The 20th they done a biopsy, and the 23rd we knew what it was, you know, and then we were fighting.
Yeah.
So, well, we were told we had a fighting chance. You know, a lot of families don't get that.
They don't. But now he's another soldier in the fight against cancer.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Well, again, I appreciate it. I thank you so much for coming, being a part of it, and have a good trip back.
Well, thank you very much. We
Yes, sir.
enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
My name's Josh Walker. I was about last year, January, diagnosed with cancer, and I just wanted to say to all the kids that are going through that, you know, it's hard, and I understand what you're going through. I do. I know a lot of people say they do, but they don't, unless they've been there, and that's difficult. I understand that. You know, going through that's really changed my life a lot. You know, I've changed what I wanted to do with my life. I really wanted now to kind of be a nurse and go back to the place that changed my life, which is St. Jude, and help kids. It really does a lot. It does a lot to your heart, and it changes it. And I've always had a passion for kids, and just being able to know that there's somebody else out there that's going through what you're going through. It's easier. It kind of eases your mind a little bit, because it lets you know that there is hope at the end of the line. It's not just a black hole. There's a light at the bottom, and you just got to get there. And that's really sometimes it seems like that light's getting smaller, and it's fading out. But if you just stick to it, it'll get bigger, and you'll find it.
This has been a presentation of Sky High for St. Jude's. No child should die in the dark.